Hello, friends. How are you today? The first thing that we're going to do today is talk about your assignment for this week. So, I have sent messages to your family, and you should have received an invitation to our special event on Friday, February 15th at 10 o'clock in the morning on Zoom. So let me tell you a little bit about how this is going to work. So it's called a writer's celebration because you guys have been doing such amazing work, and I want you all to be able to show it off. I want you to be able to show it off to me. I want you to be able to show it off to your families and your friends. And I want you to be able to meet each other. You are all amazing, and we haven't had a chance to meet yet. So I hope you can join me. It is at 10 o'clock on Friday the 15th. Okay. So, your job this week is to go back to writing that you have already done and to fancy it up. So, you're going to look and see, is there any more details that I can add? Is there any more letters that I can add? Did I miss some sounds? Did I forget to put a finger space in between each of my words? Maybe. Did you forget to put a capital letter on somebody's name? So that is your job this week, is to fancy up your writing to get it ready for the big celebration. We'll talk more about the celebration as it comes. Another thing that we're going to practice is today we're going to learn how to write a new letter. You probably know this letter, even though it doesn't show up in very many words. It also isn't the first sound in very many words. The letter that I'm talking about is the letter X. Now, the letter X is very interesting because it kind of makes two sounds. Listen to me say it slowly. X. It kind of makes the the k, and the s sound all together. Let's say it again. X. X. Do you hear those sounds kind of go together? Yeah. So let me show you when we make the letter X. We're going to use our slants. And for the letter X, we slant 2 times. So we start up here kind of in this corner, and we do a slant down. And then we start up here in this corner, and we do a slant down, and they cross in the middle. That light is kind of making this tricky here. There we go. That's how we make an X. Okay, let's try another one. You start up here, and you do a slant down. And then you start up here and you do a slant down and you cross in the middle. So a capital X and a lowercase x are made the exact same way. That's pretty cool. Once you know how to make it one way, you can make it the other way. The only thing that's different is the size of the letter. So let me draw us a quick line here and show you what I mean. So if we have our top line, our bottom line, and our in the middle line, our capital letters often start, I'm trying to move myself here so that you can see what I'm doing, often start on the top line, don't they? That's exactly what we're going to do for the X. So we're going to start up here on the top line and do a slant down. Start back up here on the top line and do a slant down, and we kind of cross in the middle. As you can see, it wasn't perfect in the middle, and that's okay if yours isn't too. You just do the very best that you can do. Okay? Another Oh, so let's talk about the little one, the lowercase x, which is the one that you're going to use most of the time, okay? That's going to start in the middle and do the same thing. You're going to start in the middle line and do a slant down. Start in the middle line, do a slant down, and notice how it crosses in the middle of that first line. That's how we do an X, okay? Kind of like two slides going together, and you hope that you don't go down the slide at the same time because that would be a big bummer. So in your Writer's Workshop book, on page 51, you have your work to do, okay? First thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil and write our name. Mrs. Mason. There we go. Got my name down. Make sure you don't forget yours. Okay. So you can see the arrows here. It has us start when we do our letters, when we read, when we write. We always want to start on the left side, which is this side over here. It's the closest side to the binding of our notebook. Same thing in your writer's journals. You always want to start on the left side and work this way. That's the way it works when we write, and that's the way it works when we read. Okay, so here's the first slide. It starts at the top and it goes to the bottom. And then this slide comes up here and it goes to the bottom. And you run into each other in the middle. Okay, so they give you your starting dot down here. So you're going to start on this first dot and you're going to go down. And then there's not a dot for the second. You're just going to have to guess and do your very best. And do your best to cross in the middle. Okay, capital X down here. Notice that the dot starts on this middle line, right? Remember our song at the beginning of the year? Start our letters at the top. Okay, capital letters start at the top, but the lowercase sometimes start in the middle. Okay, so start at this little dot, slide down, back up. You're going to have to do your best guess and slide down. If you notice down here, we have X's in these sentences, but the X isn't at the beginning, like in a lot of the letters that we are practicing. Let's read this. X, Rex, and then we're going to trace the X. This is one of our word wall words. Do you know this one? You're right. Is. So, Rex is, let's say the sounds. X, 6. Rex is 6. And I'm going to trace the X. Are you 6? Maybe down below, if you are, you could write, I am 6. Or you could write, I am not 6 yet. Or you could practice writing your name. Okay, so page 51 is your job for today. Keep working on fancying up your Writer's Workshop. I'm getting so excited for our celebration together, and I can't wait. Have a great day, friends.